Hello everyone, my name is Winters and welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Online Do's and Don'ts. What we are going to talk about in this episode is the do's and don'ts in regards to loot. As you can see here, I have just finished up a patrol, 9th rule, and one thing you shouldn't do, or what I recommend you should do, is you should always pick up your loot. And here's why. Picking up your loot is the first step to becoming EC rich. Alright? It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It is going to require a time investment. It takes time in some form, and you need to be playing the game. If you're playing the game and you're playing patrols and you're playing TFOs and you're playing story missions and you always pick up your loot, this is the first step to becoming EC rich. But like I said, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It is going to require a time investment, like everything with MMOs always does. Now, in this particular case, you can see here, my inventory is full. And if I open up my inventory, sure enough, I actually have a full inventory of loot. You can be like me if you want, and you can have organized. Basically, I have all of my crap here that I've picked up, and down at the bottom here I have all the space commodities together. I have components then together, and I have batteries over here. But if you are in this particular case, one thing I really don't recommend is using the replicator and the recycle feature. The reason being, if we just pick this ground tech upgrade, or this basic ground tech upgrade, you can see the value of it is 10,000 EC, alright, in the bottom right hand corner of the tooltip. But if we look at the value here in the replicator, we're only getting 4,000 EC, basically 40% of the value. Now, we will talk more about that in the next episode, because of that reason, and you kind of need to watch both of them, I really don't recommend using the recycle feature to get rid of loot, to make room for more loot in your inventory. What I do recommend is going down here to salvage, and if you upgrade and salvage, and then if you click on the salvage tab, the best thing to do is actually to salvage consoles, because consoles have the lowest EC value. Alright, and if you make a little bit of room and then pick up your loot, as you can see, mine is actually starting to despawn here. This is the best way to handle picking up your loot. So there we go. Alright, I think, yep, I have all the loot picked up. Now, you shouldn't go too crazy into making salvage. Salvage is used to re-engineer mods on gear, basically, if they have a mod in the first place. For more information on that, if you want to know more about re-engineering, I recommend you check out my system series on upgrading and re-engineering. But what I will tell you is that the average build only needs about 40,000 salvage, roughly. That's all you need. It should be more than enough. Of course, if you're into crafting and you're re-engineering stuff, often you are going to need a steady stream of salvage. But for the average player who has a character, they play through all the content, they put an endgame build on it, and it's done. You need only about 40,000 salvage. So, right, I have 2 free spots left. You know, I'm going to move these up here because I'm getting ready for my next episode. But, like I said, this is step 1 to becoming EC rich. Always pick up your loot. If you run out of inventory space, then I recommend opening your inventory, clicking on upgrade and salvage, and then clicking on the salvage tab and salvage a few consoles. It doesn't matter what the console is, just a console, and free up enough space so that you can pick up all your loot items. So, as I said, this is step 1 to becoming EC rich. So, step 2, I am actually going to cover in my next video. So, please track that out as well to find out step 2 to becoming EC rich in Star Trek Online. So, the do's and don'ts are don't leave your loot behind, and do always pick up your loot when you're playing TFOs, story missions, patrols, any content like that. Always pick up your loot. Alright, we're going to leave it there for now. Thanks a million for watching, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like. That would help me out enormously. The more interactions I can get you guys to do on videos themselves and indeed on the channel really, really helps me out. And not only does it help me out, but I know it sounds very cocky, but it helps the community out as well, because I do believe the content is very helpful. And if the videos become popular and are identified by YouTube and Google and whatnot, when other players go searching for, you know, how do I become EC rich, or what is the best energy weapon, or whatever, then YouTube or Google or whatever will populate my content in the search, and ultimately it helps players out. So spread the word, and please do leave a like, because it does really, really help things out so much. Anyway, my name is Winters, and I'll catch you next time. So until then, adios.